floor is yours.
Yo, welcome to the first ever edition of the iRacing Highside Truck Series pre-race show. I'm your host, Harry Balzac, accompanied by Haywood Jablomi and a special guest to come, Dixie Recht. So, Haywood, how are you feeling for tonight's race? You excited for it?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling pumped up after finishing that Cup Series race. I am beyond excited.
All right, cool. So, obviously, last race at Vegas was pretty chaotic. A couple long green flag runs, some wrecks at the end, but overall, I think it was a good race to watch. Some exciting action beginning to end. A lot of good passes, a lot of good lead changes. What did you take away from it?
You know, last week we were shrouded in controversy, right? We had a controversial caution thrown at the end, varying strategies. It was a great race overall. Lots of pack racing. Racing was fairly clean for the most part. We got the occasional caution, which was to be expected, I believe. I don't think anyone expected anyone to be perfect here. Uh, but it was a great watch until the end there. Controversy once again strikes. Harry, what's your take on that controversy, that caution for we don't really know?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, race control's got a tough job to do. They're trying to manage a lot while also racing. But I mean, I guess everything's 2020 in hindsight. I think in hindsight, even race control wouldn't have thrown the yellow, but I think in the moment, in the heat of the moment, it was kind of an impulse move, but you had to do it. You don't know if he was going to come back up on the track, cause any chaos like that. But obviously, it hurt some people with the strategy. Some people had a pretty good strategy laid out. They weren't going to pit again, and it might have hurt them there. But I think overall, there was enough time left in the race where people were able to get back up front and do what they needed to do.
Right. You say people were hurt. I mean, let's look at Jack Clemens. Jack Clemens. He what a First of all, he put on a clinic. He had the correct call, the correct strategy. He and his teammate Aaron Adam, both of them. They had the right strategy call with the pitting, when to take tires and when to not. They avoided all the wrecks. They stayed clean right until the end where Adam got caught. We'll talk about that later, right? But they were clean. They had the right call, and that caution absolutely ruined their race. Luckily, Clemens was good enough to drive to the front, and he ended up winning the race. But he almost had one ripped away from him for a controversial call once again. And Adam,
Yeah.
he just can't get his head out of his ass.
Oh
Pardon
man.
my French. And I mean, what's he doing taking it three wide there, going into the corner?
Yeah, I mean, he gave Bellinger no room there, and I'm saying, like I was saying, when how the caution kind of, things sprouted out of control when that caution got thrown. We always say cautions breed cautions, and it led to restarts and restarts. Like Bellinger had a good chance for the win. A lot of people were up there, and they were in their groove, and that caution kind of killed the momentum that they had and could have taken them out of contention. Now, luckily, Bellinger was able to salvage a top four finish from that race, but he was definitely had a better chance to win before that caution was thrown.
No, absolutely. I mean, and luckily that caution didn't really ruin the race for those people. At the end of the day, those who were in contention ended up there, and those who weren't didn't. So ended up working out, but it's not going to work out every time, and we need to figure this out.
But I will say though, a great job by Bellinger to salvage that race.
Absolutely. Credit where it's due. I'm not taking away from the guy, but credit where it's due. You can't take it away from him. He did well. He did well.
Let's put it very simply. The three races, points leader, Tyler Bellinger. Can't argue with that.
No, you can't argue. The numbers don't lie. The numbers say he should be up there, and he was. Okay, I'm not taking that away from him. Okay, let's not do that. But look, it's been Daytona, okay, and it's been Las Vegas. Now, Vegas, yeah, it's a mile-and-a-half track. It's an intermediate track, but in these low horsepower trucks, it's another super. Let's call it spade a spade. It's a super here, right?
But I know people are, some people might be doubting, everybody's all bet DGen. There's a hashtag trend in fade Bellinger, and I completely disagree with that. This guy's average finish at Homestead, Miami over the last 10 years is 2.4.
Wrong.
Okay,
that's not what you want to do. You want to fade him tonight. We've had two supers historically. Let's look at guys who run well on super speedways. Okay. Let's look at where are they finishing on short tracks? Where are they finishing on true mile and a halves? Where are they finishing on road courses? Back of the pack. See you later.
Okay, we differ here. I think Bellinger is a great pick. Top 10, top 5, top 3 to win everything you can bet him on tonight. Good money in there.
Wrong. But no, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to lose money, listen to this man right here.
Now, I will say one thing. We have to bring in our special guest here.
I think you're right.
Now, I was saying we've been having some Wi-Fi issues. This guy's also a master around the left-hand turn oval. Let's introduce him, the one, the only, Mr. Dixie Wrecked. Dixie, how you doing?
Hi everybody, how you doing? I just like to first of all thank you, Harry and Haywood, for inviting me on tonight's show. It's just a great honor to be on this pre-race show, and I'm super excited to watch the race tonight.
So,
I mean,
what are your? Oh,
Dixie, what are you expecting here tonight? I know we're going to Miami. It's a track you can really run anywhere, but again, these low horsepower trucks, what are they going to do? How are people going to finish? Who are you expecting to see up front? Comers, goers, strategy? What are you thinking?
In my experience, it's pretty difficult to pass here in the trucks at Homestead. It's a kind of a momentum track, but I'm looking forward to a lot of multi-groove racing. I'm looking for guys ripping the fence. I'm looking for guys ripping that seam right on the second groove. You can make a lot of time on the long run there, just absolutely saving your tires. It's a long run race. We're gonna see the fast guys be fast, and the guys who aren't, they're gonna fade hard.
I think you're right. We've been hearing chat amongst the drivers. Some guys have put in the work. Again,
Mm,
Clemens, another one. Uh, who is it? Tay McDonald. He's another guy. You might want to be on the lookout for him. Billy Davison. They're all putting in the work. Caleb Marcel, Colin Hobart, right? Other guys who've been up front in the past, not doing anything. I heard Aaron Adam
mm.
ran one practice lap, and
Oh
I don't even
man,
know if he broke the 40 mark. He just kind of said, "I'm getting off. I got to go pee," and then never got back
Mm,
on.
wow.
Supposedly, computer stayed on. He never went back to
yeah,
it.
no.
What are you expecting to see from him tonight? Because personally, I'm expecting to see nothing. See him in the back. You're not going to see him. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not expecting much from Adam there. But guy I am expecting a lot from tonight is going to be Corey Moore. All right. Now let's look at the statistics. All right. This
Lay
guy
it out. Lay it
is
out.
fifth in points. Last year he finished the season 98th in points. That is a 93 spot jump. Like that, the improvement, it's impressive. I know we've gone to a few super speedways, but I've got a good feeling about this guy. I've got to lock him in for my first bet of the night at a top 5 at plus 350.
I agree with that pick. I mean, also you got to give some credit to the team there to make up 95 spots in the points in 1 year. That's pretty impressive. But speaking of bets, we're going to shout out our sponsor, BetDGen. Use promo code HIGHSIDE for $150 in bonus bets. Keep it on this page, Aaron, real quick, because I want to hear Zach's thoughts on this. Zach, you've looked at the sports book, looked at the odds. So what are some of your favorite plays for the night?
Yeah, so like I said, that more top 5 at plus 350 line is just an insta lock. Like, don't even I almost like passed out when I saw that on the
Pretty
book.
disrespectful. The more honestly, the
honestly,
bookmakers aren't paying attention.
That's what I'm saying. Disrespectful, right? Some other guys I'm looking at. Who do we got here? I have it on my notes. Christian Ritchie top 10 at plus 800. Crazy line. Slam that.
if you want to feed your family for the next probably 3.5 years,
You might as well take a mortgage out and just drop it on that top Christian Ritchie top 10.
if you can refinance it, refinance it. Put everything you got
Exactly.
on it.
Yeah. And then there's one last bet. I think it might be the lock of the century. It's a guy I've been a big fan of for a long time. He's helped me out in some of my personal appearances in different real life racing. From the LMP ones at the Daytona 24 to the Nissan Altima 600 yesterday, hosted by Cletus McFarland. It's Jack A. Clemens. He's gonna win at plus 300. I don't even really need to watch. Like, this is gonna be a race where you watch for second place. I got a feeling he's gonna be that dominant today. Think of guys like Kyle Larson. Think of guys like Tyler Reddick. Jack Clemens right up there at banging the boards at Homestead.
Okay, now you say that right. I don't disagree with you. Okay, I don't. Does internet come into a factor here? He's had problems in the past. Let's look at a guy in the past few weeks, Colin Hobart, quote, Burger King Wi-Fi in the driver's chat. He was lucky
Mm,
and he was able to hold on, okay, last week, and he was able to make it through. The week before, he lagged out of the race, okay? He lagged out of the
wow.
race. He was
Wow.
17 laps down, okay? Somehow 17 laps down. He finished 13th. Not sure how he
Wow.
did it. Not sure how he
That's
did
pretty
it.
impressive.
And
That's
it's
what I'm
raw
saying.
power. But now look, here's the thing: is he getting some extra horsepower out of that, or are we just? I mean, is there a Kansas City thing going on here? Are we thinking there's a 20 being slipped somewhere where it shouldn't be?
Well, I will say this though, is the fact that he was that many laps down, was able to salvage a top 15 finish is impressive, and it shows the speed in that truck. And this is what I've said. BetDGen has recently added matchups, and you can get Colin Hobart at only minus 105 against Caleb Marcel. Personally,
Wow.
I'm putting the whole
Wow.
mortgage on that. Everything
Wow.
I've liquidated everything. I think everybody can agree. I'm hammering that bet.
Yeah. Jordan Belfort type beat. If I
Yeah.
can put money on it, I'm putting on it.
Mm,
I mean,
that's phenomenal.
you can't argue that. The numbers don't lie. The sports book, I think this is a race where you're going to look at it and go, the sports book was right. You just got to follow the money's going to talk, and that's what it's going to be. You know.
Yeah, there's no luck involved here at the Homestead Miami Speedway today. It is all gas, no brakes. If you're gonna be up front, it's because you're fast.
Henry. All right, well, Dixie, thank you. We'll be right back to you after this betting segment for our picks, but thank you. Hold for a
Yep,
second.
thank
We'll be
you,
right back
guys.
to you.
Appreciate
So,
it.
Haywood, let's go over our picks here for our sponsored by BetDJ, and use promo code HIGHSIDE for $150 in free bonus bets with your first deposit. That's a deal you can't beat.
That's right. We got two. Actually, we have two promotions going on. Okay, you can use promo code Krusty Sock, and they're gonna give you a deposit match up to $150 with a $5 bonus bet on your first $5 placed. Okay, so let's go ahead here. Again, thanks to BetDJ sponsoring us. It's been great. I'll
They're
give you
great
my
guys
pick-
over there.
Yeah, I'll give you my picks first. Blake Anderson to win at plus 850. Again, I told you just a minute ago. The money's going to talk. You got to go where the sportsbook are telling you to go. Okay, and that's Blake Anderson, right?
I mean, yeah, and I'll build off that too, Aaron. This is the guy that led the most laps last week at Vegas. I know it's a little more throttle there, but it's somewhat comparable, mile and a half. This guy has pace. He's running up front every single race, and I think he's going to be there at the end and have a very, very good shot to win.
You can't argue it. Look, I said it. The numbers are going to talk. All right, let's see. Colin Hobart to lag out at plus 250. Again, we just talked about it. Internet issues. Is it more horsepower? Is it too much horsepower where the car can't handle it and he DQs?
I mean, it's a tough one because, I mean, like, you're obviously never rooting for anybody to lag out, but I mean, that juicy of a number, I mean, yeah, at least sprinkle it.
It's something. If you can place it. This is, if you want to make money, this is where you're going.
Absolutely.
Jack, what you got? Or Harry, what you got next?
Okay, well, I have 3 picks, and I think these are all, I like them with the numbers they're at. First one. Now, I know I said to take Hobart in the matchup against Caleb Marcel because I think, well, here's the thing. I think Hobart's going to be running top 3, top 5 all race. There's still 5 more spots in the top 10. I'm taking the Caleb Marcel top 10 at plus 135. It's a juicy plus odds number, and I think this is the track he's been historically good at in every race car he's ever ran in, and I don't see that changing tonight. And he's been typically very, very good at the cooler track late night races as well. So I'm taking that, my first pick, Caleb Marcel top 10 at plus 135. Next one might be a little bit unpopular, but the first 3 races have shown this driver's averaging 15.75 incidents per race. So I'm going to take.
Well,
Let me say the name first, and you can argue, okay?
Haywood,
calm down.
I know where you're going with it.
I'm taking Aaron Adam over 11.5 incident points. And you would think, okay, he's averaging almost 16 a race. This is going to be a heavy minus number. You can get this at minus 110, practically even money for a guy to do what he's done the entire season, which is get involved in a bunch of bullshit. Okay?
Okay, and you know what? And this is where I have a counter argument to that. He's heard the press. You know, he's one most popular driver the last 8 years for a reason. Okay?
That's name value, man.
Name value.
Legacy.
Look, Earnhardt, Elliott, Blaney. These are
Adam.
all Adam. I mean, he's right up there. Okay, he is a fan favorite. But look, a lot of this quote bullshit you're telling him he's getting into, it's not him. Let's look at the second race of the year, Auto Club. Okay, let's not forget he gets demolished under caution. There's 4 right there, not on him. He gets turned at Daytona. 8 on him, not on him. Right there, okay? I get it. 11.5. And last week he stuck his nose where he probably shouldn't have at the end of the race. And did it hurt him and some others? Absolutely, okay? But I don't know, man. I don't, for even money, I think it's a value. Absolutely, I think you should place it. I know I'm going to. It's a value bet. I don't know if it's a bet that that's the only thing I'm going on. And my last one, I got Joshua Thornton to not run the race at minus 2,200.
Now, I will say that's some steep juice to pay.
Absolutely. If you want to make some money, you got to. Hey, what's that business saying? If you
make money, you got to spend money. Okay, I would agree.
I think this is that.
I mean, so he's 0 for 3 so far.
He hasn't made it yet. All he's got to do is just keep doing what he's doing, just like Adam.
Okay, I mean, I see where you're coming. I mean, typically I don't like paying that much juice, but I mean, you know what? If the stats back it up, I'll do it. Okay. Before I say I'm going to lock it in right now. 1 second.
Go ahead, lock it in. I know I already
It's
have.
down to minus 2,000 now, so I'm actually gonna put a little more on it.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Hey, you may as well.
All
And
right,
then
awesome.
your last one right here about Al Likens. I'm actually really interested to hear that. Go ahead
So-
and justify that one for me.
So listen, Al, veteran of iRacing. This guy, he can save tires as good as anybody on this service. Okay, he's also got great short run pace, and just like some of the other names we mentioned tonight, Homestead. I'm going to say this in the most family friendly way I can put it. He historically has made Homestead his bitch. Okay, he can rip the wall, he can rip the bottom, he can run the middle, he can pass it well. This guy's going to be up front all night, and you can get him at 14-1. Think this way: put a couple $100 on it. You know what's going to happen. He's going to win the race.
You just bought a new car.
Down payment on a car, bro. You're going to Cancun, wherever you want to go on vacation. Al Likens to win, 14-1. Lock it in. I love the value. I would have taken it at 6 or 7-1. You're getting double that. Al Likens 14-1. Lock it in.
Can't argue with that. Again, huge shout out to BetDJ and use code KrustySock first time users. When you sign up, get $150 in bonus bets for your $5 deposit. Again, void in Ontario and New Hampshire. Restrictions apply. This is not a real sports book. Please please realize it's satire. Relax the joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard. With that said, let's see if we can go back to Dixie and see what he's got to say with our picks. Anything he's got to add, or before we go ahead and get into the replay.
I think we're gonna end this off the way that we've always done it in years past for the last 7 years of this program. We're gonna have our star analyst here. Just give a little race breakdown. He's a legendary driver in iRacing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just like his twin brother Zach. They're both very good at this service. So
Zach, how is Zach, by the way? How is he? Haven't talked to him in a while. Is he doing well?
Zach's doing good. He's performing. He hit 15,000 iRating the other week, which is just yeah. I mean, it's just
I knew he was
unreal.
close, but I didn't know he
unreal.
Yeah, I knew he was right around that 14 mark. I didn't realize if I had known. Did he stream it or anything? I would have watched.
Yeah, I think it was on twitch.tv/ZachSprouse86. I think is what it was on. I think he streamed his 15K race.
Okay, well there you go, guys. If you want to go watch a professional iRacer, go ahead and we'll put that link in the description. Twitch.tv/ZachSprouse86.
So brief run in here. We got a 100-lap event at Homestead. We got about 35 laps to a fuel tank. We got a comp caution at lap 30. So I would assume, unless you had a very late caution trying to flip the stage, you're probably running the whole tank dry before that competition caution.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we're gonna shake the truck down for these first 30 laps. Just get a feel for it. Figure out who your good guys are, who your bad guys are. We're gonna get that field nice and where it should be, right? And that comp caution, that's the money stop. All right, you gotta come off pit road, top 10 in that stop, or you're not having a chance tonight. I think this race is gonna go green flag pretty long. These this is a nighttime race, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's odd. No. Sometimes a lot of races run together. Yeah, so with the nighttime at the trucks here, we're just gonna have so much grip. It's gonna be a lot of close racing, but I think it's gonna be clean racing.
Oh well, you and I have
one
very
stopper
different thoughts there, man. I mean, I think the back
one
of the
stopper
is
right down the middle. One stopper at lap 65, give or take. Might have to save a little bit of fuel, but you know what? Just let her eat. And my phrase of the night: run with the squirrels, get your nuts busted. I think that's going to be our motto for tonight.
So you're thinking the strategy is get up front and just stay there.
Yep, get up front and stay there.
Is vital.
Exactly.
So
you go past us. Oh,
we watched in qualifying. No, you're fine. I'm sorry. We watched qualifying. Okay, we see where these guys are going to start off here. What do you think is the better strategy? As we saw top, bottom top. What are you thinking here? What's going to work best, or what do you think was going to work best, and what did work best?
Yeah, so I think the strategy is going to be top bottom. That's a pretty standard combination here at Homestead. That banking off of turn 2 is just so steep. You can get just you know what I mean? Just let that thing eat on the boards, And I think that's just going to be unbeatable. Now you got that shorter distance from the start finish line out of the exit of turn 4, so that's why you're going to go to the bottom in turns 3 and 4. That shorter distance. But I really think that we're gonna put that thing on the top, rip the bottom, put it on pole, and lead every lap. That's the strategy.
That sounds like a great strategy.
That's where you want to be. Hey, if you want to win the race, you got to be up front.
Amen.
Right. So as we talked, Clemens gets his second win last week at Las Vegas. That's 2 in a row for him. Auto Club in Vegas. Let's go ahead. and get into our race
Dog.
recap and our race replay of Las Vegas last week. So as you can see early on, 25 is going to get down. He's going to spin the 77. Absolutely send him down the front stretch. He goes airborne just a bit, catches some air. Thank God for the safety systems NASCAR has put in place. And then early on in the race, we're going to see the 9 and the 20 battle it out. 3 wide with the 18, going into 3 and 4. The 18's going to power move on the bottom there because that's where the grip was for another night race. That's 2 in a row now. 18's going to reclaim the lead there for, I think, the 3rd time that night. And here we go. Check up in the front. 15, 24, boom! The 26 gets sent by the 13. Arca braked him. Honestly, that may have been worse than Arca. Here we go. With the 23, the 24, and the 7. 3 wide. Going into overtime. No! The 24 is going to spin him. And he goes airborne. He's around. He does his best Ryan Preece impression down the backstretch. Collects the 51. Whoop! And here we go. And Adam, once again, is going to screw himself here. Sends it 3 wide. Coming to the checkered flag. The one's going to get loose on top of him. And boom! Around they go. Collecting the field. Catches some air. Facing the wrong way. And Clements is going to collect his 2nd victory in a row this season.
Yeah, it was an eventful race, but so I think the final segment here, we're just gonna do our bring back on Dixie. We're gonna make our selections picks for the race.
Dixie, as always, you're the guest, as we've done for the past 22 years of this running show. Go ahead, give us your race, give us your winner, and give us your top 3.
All right, so I think, as previously stated, it's going to be Jack Clemens all the way home, P1, right? Excuse me. I think bring it up in that runner-up position. I'm gonna go for a sleeper. Some of you guys, you might not know about him. I've been watching him recently. He had a real strong run at Las Vegas, terrible run at Daytona, but we're gonna go with Mr. Darrell W. Johnson as my runner-up finish for today.
That's not crazy. That's not crazy to say at all.
I like that pick.
And to round out that podium, we're just gonna go nice classic. It's gonna be Hunter Azell. I mean, if you don't think it's gonna be Hunter Azell, just
get out. Are you even watching the same
yeah,
guy?
Well, are you watching the same guy I am? And I'd like to make one more pick today. Or I guess I will make it 2 picks. I'd like to put out a qualifying award. I think that Aaron Adam is going to be our pole sitter for today.
Wow. You know what, folks?
Yeah.
Don't take that bet. I don't know the guy.
Well,
I know him. He's a nice guy.
Debatable, but
I'm
listen,
not placing
listen,
that bet.
again, shout out to BetDGen sponsor. Use code CrustySock for $150 in free bonus bets. I just checked the books. Aaron Adam for the poll is 65-1.
Wow.
Dixie,
Yeah, I'm locked.
Okay.
It's the locked.
If you got $10 that you want to burn,
that's $650 right there.
And for my hard charger, I think we're just gonna go right back where we started with Mr. Christian Ritchie. I think he's not gonna qualify well, but he's gonna be our hard charger for today.
where do you think? Top 10?
Top 5. Top 5.
Okay.
That's what I locked him for the bet earlier, so we're gonna have to stick to my guns.
Interesting. Well, Dixie, it's been awesome. We really
Thank you,
appreciate you
guys.
helping us out. We're gonna go ahead and give our picks, and then I believe drivers are on track in the next few minutes. We'll go ahead and get there and get this race night started.
Glad to hear you.
Right.
Thank you guys for having me. It's been an honor. Hope I can come on again sometime, and good luck to all the drivers tonight, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, Dixie.
That was Dixie Normus, as always, a great help to us. Harry, you heard what he had to say. Let's hear your picks for tonight.
So, just like I said with the BetDGen segment, use promo code. I'm gonna go with Al Likens. Okay, like I said, he's been so dominant at this racetrack. And this is the driver's track, and he's one hell of a driver. I'm going Al Likens P1. I just see it happening. I can picture it in my head. P2. He's had a rough stretch, been wrecked out, been trapped a lap down. I'm going Michael E. Gregory. This guy's got some.
I love that. That's actually who I had in my top 3 as well.
I'm saying, yeah, very consensus pick. If you're going off raw pace, he is one of the probably, if not the best driver in this series.
Probably.
And then for rounding up a top 3, I'm gonna go. This is contingent on the Wi-Fi working. I'm going Colin Hobart. He's been putting in the hours, putting in the grind. He can rip that wall as good as anybody. Colin Hobart rounding out the podium.
That's not crazy to say. My winner, he's going for 3 in a row. He's going to become the Kansas City Chiefs of this league. Give me Jack Clemens.
Amen.
He's the winner. I don't even know if it's really that close. I'm going to be so honest with you. He is the consensus 1. He's going 1-1. If I'm doing a draft and I got to build a team around a guy in this league, it's Clemens. 1-1. He's going to be our winner tonight, and I think he's going to put it on the poll. Okay. I think our hard charger, I think it's going to be Aaron Adam. He's not a qualifier, you know, and even if he's not strong at the track, he learns quick, and he's gonna figure out how to get up front. And if he stays clean, that's all
I mean,
contingent if he stays clean. Okay, but I think he can do it. And go ahead and give me Caleb Marcel, top 3. I think that's where he's gonna finish. I think he's got it in the bag.
so who's the runner-up?
Oh yeah, that's right. Billy Davison. Billy Davison is our
That's a
runner-up.
popular pick for tonight.
He is our runner-up. I don't. Can you argue it?
No, I mean
Can you look? If he's not runner-up, he's a solidified top 5.
Oh yeah, I mean top 5 line plus 550. Bet DJ and use promo code. I'm locking that one in too.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for everyone tuning in. You got anything else to say, Harry?
No, I think
I'm excited
good.
to see these guys on track.
Yeah, I'm excited to see cars on track get ripping around the wall at Homestead. It's a great racetrack, and I think we're gonna have a really good race tonight.
I'm super excited. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait to do this again next week. Again, thank you to our sponsors, BetDegen. Use promo code CrustySock. $105, get 150, whatever. It's not real. You guys don't even care. It's satire. It's a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard. We appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.